Into that good old Hebrew's soul sublime the spirit of the wilderness had passed, for where the thunders of imperial storm rolled over mighty hills, and where the caves of cloud-capped in Horeb rang with hurricane, and where wild-featured solitude did hold supreme dominion, there the prophet saw and heard and felt that large mysterious life which lies remote from cities, in the woods and rocks and waters of the mountained earth. And so it came to pass, Elijah caught that scholarship which gave him power to see and solve the deep divinity that lies with nature, under lordly forest domes, and by the seas, and so his spirit waxed, made strong and perfect by its fellowship with God's authentic world, until his eyes became a splendor, and his face was as a glory with the vision of the seer. Thereafter, thundering in the towns of men, his voice, a trumpet of the Lord, did shake all evil to its deep foundations. He, the hairy man who ran before the king, like some wild spectre fleeting through the storm, what time Jezreel's walls were smitten hard by fourfold wind and rain, 'twas he who slew the liars at the altars of the gods, and, at the very threshold of the throne, heaped curses on its empire's lord. 'Twas he Jehovah raised to grapple sin that stalked, arrayed about with kingship, and to strike through gold and purple, to the heart of it, and therefore falsehood quaked before his face, and tyranny grew dumb at sight of him, and lust and murder raged abroad no more. But where these were he walked, a shining sun of truth, and cleared and sanctified the land. Not always was the dreaded Tishbite stern, the scourge of despots. When he saw the face of love in sorrow by the bed of death, grew tender as a maid, and she who missed a little mouth that used to catch, and cling a small, sweet trouble at her yearning breast. Yea, she of Zarephath, who sat and mourned the silence of a bird-like voice that made her flutter with the joy of motherhood in other days, she came to know the heart of pity that the rugged prophet had. And when he took the soft, still child away, and laid it on his bed, and in the dark sent up a pleading voice to heaven, and drew the little body to his breast, and held it there until the bright, young soul returned to earth again, the gladdened woman saw a radiant beauty in Elijah's eyes, and knew the stranger was a man of God. We want a new Elijah in these days, a mighty spirit clad in shining arms of truth, yea, one whose lifted voice would break, like thunder, on our modern apathy, and shake the fanes of falsehood from their domes down to the firm foundations, one whose words, directly coming from a source divine, would fall like flame where vice holds festival, and search the inmost heart of nations, one made godlike with that scholarship supreme which comes of suffering, one, with eyes to see the very core of things, with hands to grasp high opportunities, and use them for his glorious mission, one, whose face inspired would wear a terror for the lying soul, but seem a glory in the sight of those who make the light and sweetness of the world, and are the high priests of the beautiful. Yea, one like this we want amongst us now to drive away the evil fogs that choke our social atmosphere, and leave it clear and pure and hallowed with authentic light.